Alright, we're going to do the Arrival DLC, which is intended to be done after the Suicide mission. And then we're going to switch right over to Mass Effect 3. There might be a... Let's see if I can connect real quick. I'm not going to worry about that. Nobody died. Cloud Reaper. Burner, like, obstructed any unexpected deaths. Tali was our tech expert, Miranda was the first leader, Garrus was the second leader, and Morinth was the biotic master. And we sent Jacob back with the crew, so the crew's all alive as well. Did not happen on my first playthrough. Hi, Ben. Hey, buddy. Alright, it's arrival time. Woot. How many SP would it take? It depends on whether you're a subscriber on Patreon or not. Someone wants to do the cruel calculus for me on that. There were a couple characters that I was thinking in my head, maybe I shouldn't have put this to a vote. Like, I'm not gonna let you kill Tali or Legion. Let's get serious. Hi, yep, Ben, that's your butt. Thank you for sharing it. My playthrough was Legion Tech, Garrus leader both times, Grunt went back with people. I think I had Samara be my biotic. Like, Mount Everest inside an oven was how John Grissom described Aratoht. Well, on a fact-finding mission to see if the garden world is worth commentarian. The team ultimately decided that the planet's air pressure and oxygen content were too low for large-scale human habitation. Undeterred, the Batarian hegemony colonized the planet's polar regions and began an extensive terraforming effort with cyanobacteria and invasive plant species. Batarians. Right, so the reason we're going here, we've heard from Admiral Hackett, Hackett out, Lance Henriksen, that there's a doctor here who's been doing some research into the Reapers. Still a chance to vote for romance in Mass Effect 3 once we have the opportunity to unlock the options for it. This is a solo Shepard mission. They do a lot of. They ended up doing quite a few DLCs that way, so because they couldn't get squad mates to record dialogue, it was way too expensive. Can I like? Okay, there we go. Romance Rex. We're saving ourselves for Rex. Yeah, I have a lot of the DLC for Mass Effect 2. I need to install some of it for Mass Effect 3. I don't have all of it, but I have pick it up. I never did the Leviathan or the Citadel DLC. I hear the Citadel DLC is really good. I am not enthused by the premise of the Leviathan DLC. Please don't say what it is. But I'll play it on stream so we can get my reaction to it. I was still kind of like, the pain, the wound was too recent when that DLC came out from the ending of Mass Effect 3. I've mourned since then. I've come to terms with how it ends, and with the extended ending that makes it quite a bit more tolerable. When I first played it though, it hurt pretty bad. This was like my favorite game of all time, favorite game series, could do no wrong. Can't activate the bridge, got it. The chat chose to save the hostages. The Tarian terrorist got away.
We've been spotted.
Pretty voice acting didn't trigger, but Baron, the Batarians must send their prisoners down here to die. I have to go find Dr. Kenson. So the game is loud again? Is that any better? I didn't change anything with the volume from yesterday. I moved my mic closer to my face. Any luck in that arena?
This place is run down.
Hey, buddy. Okay, I think it's just that I'm like getting up and the mic is moving further away from my face. If you guys hear audio issues, let me know.
Get your hands off me!
I will take steps to correct. I can go in and try to turn down the Elgato sound, but when I do that, there's a pretty decent chance that it's gonna crash the system, so be careful. Yeah, Quad Reaper. That's a really good way to describe it. Dating someone for a really long time. Everything's great. No, I don't really like you. What? The biggest problem with the ending, again, without any spoiling anything, is it's a tone shift. The ending has this kind of like David Bowie, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like high philosophy kind of thing, whereas the rest of the series is very much like a, you know, pragmatic space opera.
You still got her down in the prison. I just kill her, interrogate her.
I think you're supposed to stealth, like you get an achievement for stealthing through this thing. I didn't know that the first time I played it. Hackett asks you to cause minimal damage, at least. You can climb this truck, right? The Varen don't count, but... Two-fisted sci-fi action. Yeah, agree, Kami. Everything up until that last point is great. It's a shame that it feels like it sours Mass Effect 3. Cloud Reaver has nailed it on the head. Everything is amazing. Everything's perfect. Will you marry me? No, I don't really like you. Oh, that's awful, Burner. I had somebody do that to my wife. Andrea was my first girlfriend. But I was not her first boyfriend. And like she had two boyfriends in a row say something to the effect of like, I really tried to like you. Ooh. Don't say that to a person. You want to break up with somebody, okay, maybe you're not compatible, but don't say something that's gonna like make them feel really shitty. So that put the difficulty on hard mode when I was dating Andrea. Let's see. This is the way I want to go. We have an objective thing, don't I? Oh, it's like... on the ground here, maybe? Maybe it's trying to direct me to drop down. I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition on stream.
No way it would have worked. They can't do damage, much less destroy. Those humans will do anything to destroy, I swear. We have to make this one an example of the other. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 games can be pretty suspicious, I agree. Oh. Too late to stealth it. Oh well. Now we know.
Taking cover.
Now we can safely, like, brute force the rest of it. Pretty sure I already have that. I think I, like, started the DLC and then found out about the achievement about halfway through. Next game. Oh, flashbang grenade. If you're staring at it when it blows up, it leaves like an after image on your screen. It's actually pretty well done. Metroid Prime's probably a 10 out of 10. Deserving of the rating. I know that, like, Gawker sucks and they put out really bad content a lot of the time, but Kotaku had a cool review system for a while where they would list a bunch of things they liked about the game in blue text. And they'd list a bunch of things that they didn't like the game about in red text, and they made an overall recommendation. Should you play this, yes or no? They didn't use scores. I thought that was very clever. I think that's the way to do it. Scores, like, just not going to work. Don't bother. Yeah, the first Borderlands ending was, oh my god, it was really bad. So anticlimactic. That didn't do what I expected. Eurogamer stopped giving scores too, probably for the best. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, exactly, Clutter. Gotta be a button I can press to, like, get it to drop, right? Guess not. Right, Cliver? Oh, I must have accidentally skipped the ending. Oops. I don't think that's the one I wanted to hit. You wanted to hit the one on the right. They can get back up here fairly trivially.
We can use this.
Fairly convinced one of the main reasons that Moxie exists as a character is so that people could cosplay as her. It's a point of no return down here. Got it. I found a locker. I found a locker. I think with the DLC there's enough credits in the game. There's a finite number of credits in this title. But if you do all the DLC, you have enough credits to be able to buy all the upgrades at a discount.
This one's apparently the mastermind. If she doesn't...
Since we already killed some dudes, why don't we kill some more dudes? One person saw us, so effectively everybody saw us. Now they all have to die. Now we get to listen to these security logs and stuff, though.
Tell us where their base is. Nobody will find it, even if we have to scan every asteroid out there. I wonder if those humans actually found something. No torture.
You're a finite number of credits. Damn, it's a good one, D-Rock.
I'll ask you again. Where is your base?
You're wasting time. The Reapers are coming.
The Reapers are coming here. To this region.
Every moment you keep me here brings them closer.
So why should I let you go destroy the relay? Just destroy the system.
What you want, Libertarian? Torturing me won't save you.
No, but it will amuse me.
Oh, do you? Maybe you do. Get credits for multiplayer. Oh, is it good? I haven't seen it yet. Ooh, interesting. Cut the fish. That's what the Reapers look like. The water I eat. what is it, like vanilla paste or a cuttlefish and asparagus? Nice.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Dr. Kenson? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
He hacked it out.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
Alright, I'll eat the cuttlefish.
I'm fine. Just give me
That's
a
one of the
moment.
best episodes.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
I think that's the episode they're making in the documentary, so you can see like Trey Parker recording the lines and people like cracking up.
Then we'll find one. Go. Ready.
Did you play the multiplayer at all, Cloud Reaver? It's actually pretty good. Like, I'm biased against it because I wish it didn't exist, because I don't think Mass Effect is meant to be a multiplayer game. But given that it is multiplayer, it's pretty cool. I like the style. I might do a little bit of it on streams to show off what it is. I can't play it immediately though, because there's some huge spoilers in the multiplayer. I wish I would have known when I bought the game. I'm gonna wait. There's a specific story point that we go to. After that point, I can do the multiplayer safely. Thank EA for all that. Started playing years after everyone else stopped. Yeah. When the DLC was coming out, it was kind of cool. It didn't need like Diablo loot dropping system. Neat is in like good for EA's bottom line. You could pay to get loot early. Look away. There we go. See? No nasty after image. And the series is like billed as this like awesome single player experience. The existence of the multiplayer made the bad ending like that much sourer for me, because it's like this didn't have to be the case. They could have redirected that money, spent more time on making the single player experience solid. Yeah, you should post those course IDs, Dauber. I'll hold on to them if nothing else. Yeah, my theory is that a game should have multiplayer if it is designed from the bottom up as multiplayer. Similar to my thoughts on, usually thoughts on stealth. Like, you shouldn't shoehorn stealth into a game that's not about stealth. I don't know, unless if you design it from the outset that you want to have some kind of component. It's not always true. Sometimes it can work and be cool, but.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Suppress the teams to cell block now.
Don't have the best character class for doing this part. I guess I've got the slow time thing will help. Power keeps dropping off.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Gotta go lock a door down. They keep spawning if I don't. Shoot, the guy was already dead, wasn't he?
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out.
I'm going. Calm your beard.
They're coming up from
Closed
below.
on him.
Other side, go.
I'm going. Chill out. Everything's fine, everything's good. Come on. Pop your head out. There you go, buddy.
Connecting all doors to the hangar. Still need more time.
Psst. There are other dudes? No, there's one more dude that's down there. I love the live pause thing. Oh, he's coming up. I see.
Bringing down their orbital tracking network.
Okay. You do that.
Watch the other side.
Yeah, let me get some
More
ammo.
enemies on the elevators.
Guess she's being helpful. Oh, what did Vihan say? Oh, there it is. People's name colors keep changing. You'd be surprised how much like I take that into account when I'm just like kind of scanning chat in my peripheral vision. Took me all week to get to Kami's green in my chat now. It's weird. Cue everyone changing their chat colors to screw with me.
Almost done.
There we go, look at that. Easy peasy.
That did it. Let's move.
Cover girl. I've done all the... I pretty much know everything. I know that what happens in Leviathan. Just haven't played it before, and I haven't done Citadel, but I've done all the other stuff.
Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way.
Leave that to me.
They're here.
Oh, she's actually a character. Interesting. Didn't realize that she had like abilities and shit. I thought I was just gonna be solo for the whole mission. That's cool. It's interesting, like, they could have committed the small universe problem where they just reuse a character that we already know about for this mission. I see why people do that, you know?
Deploying flammable.
Crap. Let's not look at that. Let's look away.
Die, Batarian.
Go. Switch to the Revenant for now. When we get to the DLC, we can talk about it. Thank you for asking. But yeah, please don't talk about it just yet until we get to it. We'll get there. Have patience. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I was talking the other night with Hapax about getting into MMOs when that's not what your company does. I feel like everybody has to reinvent the wheel. Pretty much any company that hasn't made MMOs before that tries to make one from scratch has to start from the beginning and do everything. Have a really shitty launch like Destiny and Final Fantasy XIV and so on. Shoot. Whew. Close call. I guess you're forced to fight dudes at this point. It's just if you can stealth up to when you rescue her, then you get an achievement. I never played Titanfall. I heard it's pretty good though. Xbox One. One of the few Xbox One exclusives. Oh, we've totally been here before, haven't we? Yeah, that makes sense. As a PC? Okay, I must be thinking about something else, aren't I? Well, even when I say exclusive, I wondered, like, is it really exclusive, or is there a 360 version as well?
Engaging autopilot. We should be well out of range before.
Yeah, I guess they did that because
scrambled.
Peter Dinklage is really expensive, and they
Do you
want to
think they'll come
record
after you?
more
I'm not taking
lines
any
for future
chances.
DLC.
Batarians don't
They can
take
keep Nolan
kindly
North
to
on
humans
staff,
who plan
right?
to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true.
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it.
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reapers' invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe
I don't
out
think
the system.
Dinklage is a greedy bastard. I think that when you reach a certain level of talent, you can't undercharge anymore, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think it makes sense that Dinklage is more expensive than Nolan North, is the short of it. And that, like, it was really expensive for Bethesda to get Patrick Stewart for, what was it? Oblivion?
How did you plan to launch an asteroid?
Yeah, Cloud Reaver's
to a
got it.
mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards. Get the right amount of power and a good VI to drive it, and you can pretty much just point and shoot.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too, but I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
That's new information. You can destroy a mass relay in that way.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from a relay...
It's usually true for famous voice actors that aren't, like, in video games. Like,
This is a remote system.
Martin Sheen knows nothing about Mass Effect. He doesn't care for it. He charged BioWare a boatload to be the elusive man. I don't hold it against him. He's a well-known, accoladed actor.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling Starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket ESO core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself. When we get back to Arcturus Station, I'll explain everything. and
Kevin
provide copies of
Spacey.
all our notes on the artifact.
They probably, like, pay... If they were to get Kevin Costner instead of Kevin Spacey, they'd probably give him pretzels and cheese. They probably paid out the butt for Kevin Spacey, though.
What's a Reaper artifact doing in an asteroid?
We don't know, or even what its purpose is. Some things are just too old or large to comprehend. Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
How exactly does a Reaper artifact give you proof of an impending invasion?
It showed me visions of the Reaper's arrival. Much like your Prothean beacon, I imagine. The Reapers are coming, Commander. That much I know.
Yeah,
for
right,
certain.
Cloud Reaver?
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with. You're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel. Trust me, I know what's at stake.
Looks like the link failed, but is actually a unit of measure.
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab. The Commander needs to confirm the artifact.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
All set. Just sit back and relax. We'll be there in no time.
Beard second? I know Barn is. What's Beard second? I think what's the weirdest unit of measure? Mine is close to 0 then. I have this chin scruff, but this is the product of like 21 years of being careful not to shave the chin. No, not 21 years. 28 years. I've never shaved that part of my face. Everything else I can't grow. I get patchy crap on my cheeks and it looks awful.
Here we are. Welcome to Project Base.
What's this?
That's our countdown to arrival. When that gets to 0, the Reapers will have come. Just over 2 days.
I'm jealous, Mega Man.
Puts things in
I wish I could grow a
doesn't it?
beard. That timer is for real, by the way. If you let it count down, you get a game over.
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is. The artifact has been giving off pulses at definite intervals since we found it. The intervals have been decreasing at a steady rate. The artifact is reacting to the Reaper's proximity. In just over 48 hours, the pulses will become constant, and the Reapers will be here.
You're saying the Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days? There's no time to waste.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area.
Is that like negative beard seconds, Vihan? That's what you're suggesting? Yeah, I heard a rumor that if you like leave your game on for 2 days and you let that timer tick down, that you get a game over screen. Look it up. So what we've learned is that, remember, Mass Effect 1, we trapped the Reapers in dark space. It's the space between galaxies. It would take a really long time for them to fly here from there. Because Sovereign was supposed to open up the Citadel. This is technically this mass relay. That would let them like instantly teleport into the center of the Milky Way and cut off the government from its head. But since Sovereign was defeated, they've been flying very, very slowly compared to just teleporting to the center of the galaxy, and they're coming pretty close. In fact, they're going to be in within 2 days.
It wasn't a question of could we, but should we?
They're not flying directly into a system. They're flying to like the mass relay furthest to the edge of the system, which happens to be in Batarian space. So they're going to use that mass relay then and port somewhere.
The galaxy. If you want to keep the Reapers at bay, this relay must be destroyed.
Inverted beard seconds. Yeah, the end dying of old age is pretty awesome. I think that's what Dauber was saying. Lots of cool little secrets in Metal Gear. I'll try to go through all of them when we play through that. I think we're going to do a Metal Gear series playthrough after Zelda's done. Maybe we'll do like Castlevania after that.
We have to get the project running again. It's probably the only chance we have.
One sec. Let me get the door. Commander Shepard, I give you Object Row.
You have the Reaper artifact just sitting here? Out in the open?
Not a good idea.
When we found it, it showed me a vision of the Reaper's arrival.
Kenson, this is not good.
Give it a moment, Shepard. It'll give you the proof you need.
I haven't played MGS5 yet, and I'm a huge fan of the series, so don't tell me anything about the game, if you would.
I can't let you start the project, Shepard. I can't let you stop the arrival.
Great. Nicely done.
Take her down!
Get ready.
Fight for your life. Great. I think this is intended to be one of the hardest combat sequences in the series, because you're solo with Shepard,
My shields are down.
and it's like a big kind of horde mode thing where you're just trying to survive for as long as possible. I think if you game over, it doesn't restart. It just continues the story a little bit. You get an achievement for surviving the whole time, though. Boo.
Don't make this difficult, Shepard.
Do not resist. Give yourself over and be spared.
Object Road. Talks like a Reaper. You're kind of a horde mode thing. At some point I'm gonna have to leave and go get some ammo. Oh, I ain't laying down shit.
No galaxy.
Can you not do that, dude? Thank you. Because I can pretty easily run between cover to pick up ammo when I need to take care of an adrenaline rush. Comes close to making you invincible with the upgrades I've put on it.
Keep this up much longer.
Shepard's a superhero and survives against this huge wave of enemies.
This will only get worse for you, Shepard.
The end of your species will come.
Into your face will come. Gotta kill the engineers quickly, their drones are super dangerous, knock you out of cover. So many dudes! Fortunately the Revenant has a lot of ammo. I think the power is supposed to reach match. That's the timer for how long you need to survive. Or you can just die. I think the same thing happens whether it reaches max or if you just die. Surviving is to get an achievement, I think.
It's only a matter of time.
The pyros are dangerous because they try to push you out of cover as well. Oh boy, they have a cave troll. Gotta be quick with taking it out. I'm gonna have to get out of dodge real soon. Get all this ammo at least. Shoot. Well, I survived for a really long time. They don't actually game over you. Very bulletproof, right? Took a lot of hits.
Take her to the med bay and patch her up. We want Shepard alive.
Yeah, you have to survive for like 10 minutes or something. I might have made it. I got hit in the back by like a missile from the heavy mech while I was running though. Yeah, they just started filling the room with mechs. You can survive long enough to get a achievement, Cloud Reaver. It's really hard though. You gotta keep running across the room back and forth to get the ammo.
But it could be a glitch in the system. No glitch. The sedatives aren't working. Security!
Love Cyborg Shepard.
The project is almost complete. I thought I'd feel a sense of accomplishment, but instead, I feel dread. I can't help but think there's something terrible.
Cool. Haha, I'm a mech, look at me. I think I'm actually allowed to take cover. No, I'm not.
Rerouting power. Excuse me. Rerouting power.
Blowing up on me. I'm not even trying to hear that. Glad they put the mech controls there. Game mechanics are abstractions. This is a cool mechanic. I'd like to see more of this. Ouch. Assume control. You can't take covers, you really just have to focus on the headshots. Yeah, it wasn't a problem. They, I mean, Shepard was under a sedative. But again, we gotta remember that mechanics are usually an abstraction. You want to think about what the story actually is. Like, Commander Shepard is resourceful and found a way to sneak out of that room and gain control of the mechs. Yes, from a game perspective, the way that they did that was by having the room literally next door to where she was under sedation. Because you can't program something into the engine that lets Shepard like crawl around through ducts or do crazy movie flips around the area. If the same basic event would make sense in a movie, but it only seems silly in a video game, it's likely a result of them abstracting the mechanics. I don't even have my Omni tool. Damn. Brutal.
When it's silent, there's no one else around. I can hear it. Whispers in the back of my mind. I can't tell what they're saying. I spoke to Dr. Kenson about it. She seemed to understand.
That's not cool.
What the hell is going on?
Right, Cloud Reaver. Shepard only works because everyone else is an idiot. It's idiocracy.
Shepard has been sedated constantly for 2 days now. We've had to increase each dosage. It seemed like Shepard was waking up a moment ago, but it could be a glitch in the system. No glitch. The sedatives aren't working.
I think they're implanted, right? There might be something physical that they could remove that you can recover later. Yeah, so I should be able to biotics people, but I can't right now. Biotics are implanted in your skull. Omni tools I thought were implanted in your arm, but then you maybe had something that you were physically working with. Because they can't be completely physical, right? Because they can fabricate things. They can make... They're like portable 3D printers. So if you didn't have something physical that you were carrying with you in addition to the thing you used to control that was implanted in your arm, that wouldn't really make a lot of sense.
I thought I'd feel a sense of accomplishment, but instead, I feel dread. I can't help it.
Same time where to go? Okay. So it wants me to go... Oh, armor and weapons. I see. Sure. I was like, I don't need those. I know what gear I want.
Not much time. I have to get this asteroid moving and get the hell out of here.
Alright, let's roll. They made this an extra easy bypass. It's when they wanted you to be able to get through. She did a little Krav Maga. Everybody.
Secure the project control room. Do not let Shepard in there.
They've seen us.
They've seen us. Oh, jeez. Seen you. The royal we, man. Poor woman. Come on. Come on, buddy. There you go. Roll. Yeah. There's a roll in Mass Effect 3, right? It's actually the one that's the least fresh in my head, because I played Mass Effect 1 probably 10 times, played Mass Effect 2 probably 6 or 7 times, and then Mass Effect 3 I just played twice. I played it once myself, and then I watched Andrea play through it. I remember there being a combat roll you could do to get around in the multiplayer. I don't think I'm making that up. All the credits. It's actually really important that you do this DLC, or the beginning of Mass Effect 3 doesn't make any sense, now that I think about it. I think at the beginning of Mass Effect 3 assumes that the DLC happened off screen if you didn't play it. I think the main game has a role in Mass Effect 3.
Let's go!
There are certain characters that can't do one, if I remember correctly, like certain races. To balance them. Whoa, bro! Can you not sneak up behind me like that? Another research log.
Kenson's acting strange lately. Like she doesn't care about the project anymore. I know I'm not the only one having those dreams. The Reapers are coming, she says. But I'm not sure if I'm hearing fear or hope in her voice.
We've been...
Alright, I'll ask you more about that burner during the cutscene in 3. Hey Mateo, thanks for the follow. It's good to have you. You a fan of this whole series? Slash, do you have a favorite of the 3 titles? Get back up here, buddy. Come on. You see your pretty face. There we go. Interesting. So I'll ask you for more details when we get to that part. As usual, really cool skybox. Fireware does a great job with all the planets.
The longer we're here, the more I'm convinced the project must be stopped. We simply don't know enough about what the Reapers want. It's foolish to insist that the Reapers mean doom for the galaxy. Legends say they've come here before, and yet life continues, doesn't it?
Yeah, about that. Get in your face. Come on. Come here. Guy blows up if you shoot his tank. Kinda clever. Ouch, didn't even know that was there. I'm not having the best time hitting that guy's tank. There we go, I think I got it that time. Ooh, that was lucky. She was close enough to the fire to get blown up by him. Just keep coming, don't they? Not forever, though. There we go. Little auto-saving icon that's kind of a heads up that it's chilled out. I've never played Crysis 2. I hear it's still a good... Both Crysis games are a decent benchmark of the quality of your system. Right, Cloud Reaver? Isn't Phoenix Wright already basically an interactive anime? That's what I got from my sense of playing it for an hour.
Welcome to Project Control.
I want to activate the project.
Warning. Activating the project will result in an estimated 305,000 casualties. Do you wish to continue?
That's a lot of dead Batarians. Notice how they didn't actually give us a choice.
Project activation in progress. Warning. Collision with mass relay is imminent. Begin evacuation procedures.
I'll give this a vote. This is where they give you the choice. They gloss over the fact that you think they give you the choice of whether or not to activate this thing, but I guess then Mass Effect 3 wouldn't have really worked, would it have? So, Comes a poll. If you wonder why wouldn't you warn the Batarians, the humans have a notoriously bad relationship with Batarians. This Shepard in particular has the war hero background, so she fought Batarians. So if you didn't want to warn them, it would be because you hate them, kind of a thing. Warn them 3, call Normandy for pickup 2. Start the timer. Alright, Claudia. Right, let's warn them.
Alert! All colonists living in the Bahak system.
Batarians are space ISIS. That's a good way to describe them.
What you've done. You leave me no choice. If we can't stop this asteroid, it must be destroyed.
Tell me where to find Dr. Amanda Kenson.
Dr. Kenson is traveling to the reactor core module. An ESO-core meltdown should do it. Because of you, everyone on this rock will be obliterated.
Not if I get to you first.
That's right.
Let's go!
Whoa, dudes! Can you not? Can't just pop her out the corner on a girl. I'm just chilling, checking my Reddits. Downloading a picture of a tarantula on RA, cause gross. No, I think our Shepard would upvote that picture. I think she digs like bugs and lizards. That's on a long list of things I ain't even trying to hear. You got it, D-Rock. Imagine, if you will, like one of those like parchment scrolls that folds out, and at the top it says list of things I ain't even trying to hear, and when like you drop the bottom of the scroll, it just starts rolling down indefinitely, like pours over the side of the mountain, wraps around the earth.
I've already activated the project. We can still escape this rock.
There is no escape. There's no redemption for what you've done. I will die, never having seen the Reaper's blessings, and you will just die.
Oh, Grandma.
Damn it, Kenson!
There!
Not a lot of use talking to the indoctrinated, is there? Get me in here. Try again. I got an Omni tool. Evil Chakwas. Whoa! Dang, kids! What's up, guard? Pork chop sandwiches. There you go.
Warning. Access to the reactor area is restricted.
How do I stabilize the reactor core?
All automatic safety protocols have been overridden.
They weren't really indoctrinated, though. They were under the control of the Thorian.
Manually insert
Different creature. I have to pop these tops in a precise order. Plasma venting in progress. There we go. So don't please wait. Like, please go around the corner and turn off the plasma venting. Let's see. They're using the main Mass Effect theme in this. Stick your head out? No? What's your plan here, buddy? Not your buddy, guy. Don't throw fire at my face, you pyro. Nobody got time for that. Oh god, I gotta get out of the way. Shoot. Realized that I shot his proton pack or whatever. Come on. There we go. Kaboom! There's some on the sink in a baggie. Oh, I'm sorry. Relax. Andrew has a headache somewhere. You find it? Watch and binge all at once. You'll be happier. Man, I'm resourceful. Heck yeah, it's overridden. Whoa, more dudes. My least favorite kind of dudes, too. They're in there. Oh, I don't know. Buy more. What's your idea?
Oh, Mega Man has a Mega Man sprite. That wasn't it. That's...
Oh, I mean, I got it from Mega Man and uploaded it. Anyone who has watched over 240 hours gets a special sprite. See the screen. Yeah. Burner has a Cecil from Final Fantasy IV. Darkstar has a Dark Star. Kami has the Paladin logo from Final Fantasy X. This Marstead. I'm more like Mr. Andrea. Dr. Marstead. She loves like going up to some of her other friends who have finished their PhD and being like, Doctor. Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Some people deny you of it though.
Like a Monopoly guy.
I have one now that's a rupee. So like D-Rock has a blue rupee because it's $5, and I have like a green rupee for $1. So.
Can you make it a red font? I like because like rupee just doesn't say patron.
Like top hat and monocle.
Yes, top hat.
Hey Shoryuken, how you doing?
Instead. Like that. I need to. What is this guy doctor?
She's got a headache. I'll try to point anything out in chat address to her out loud. You have these ice packs on Amazon. Oh god, I can't see anything because of the fire. No, you're good. You're fine. Your foot's kind of like obscuring about 20% of the screen, but I can live with that. Hard mode. Vihan wants to know how you're doing.
Hey Vihan, I'm okay. Thankful to have a job where I can say, hey, I have a headache and run.
No, that's true. When I worked in the call center, that wasn't happening.
Well, I still have work.
They managed my bathroom breaks at that job. You still have work left to do that you'll do later. Yeah.
Oh, I had a lovely conversation with one of my mentors. I guess I'll just I'm nameless.
Okay.
Today, you'll know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
One of my older mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Very opinionated.
Yep.
And 2 doors down from me.
Mm-hmm.
So because we ended up at some point talking about theorists versus experimentalists. And experimentalists, so these are people who run the physics experiments and do the measurements.
Yep.
They always strive to be right.
One sec, guys. Andrea is an astrophysicist. Astroparticle physicist. She's looking for dark matter in space. Go ahead.
You can look for dark matter at the LHC. It's really a particle physics problem.
But all of our evidence for dark matter comes from space.
Correct. So we've got it. But yeah, instead of using the Large Hadron Collider to accelerate the particle, black holes.
Experimentalists are the people who are actually working on the instruments. They're the ones that are using the hardware and the software, writing code.
Theorists are the ones who make predictions or use the measurements to and then explain what's the magnetic field at this place. There's this
And experimentalist tests the theorist's predictions.
Yeah, sometimes the science is driven by the theory, sometimes the science is driven by the data. So like if you see something weird in the data you can't explain, that would be something where we're not testing a theory, we're just exploring. It's not that simple, but anyway, so experimentalists are always try to be right, whereas theorists are almost always wrong. Well, no, because seriously, like 99% of theories get disproven.
If you guys have watched the Particle Fever documentary on Netflix about the LHC, the insufferable 2 people in that are the theorists.
But I mean,
continue. Sorry.
It's a cultural difference that experimentalists are pretty much always right. Right, and then if they're
away from the.
Whereas theorists, or I guess theorists, are more okay with being wrong.
Because they're more frequently wrong.
Right, and that's kind of the nature of the job. They're kind of they are creative. They come up with lots of ideas and.
Well, it's productive to be wrong because when they're wrong, we remove that from the pool of things that we're looking into. Yeah, Ben was being Nurse Ben briefly. All right, I'm gonna do this cutscene real quick and we can talk.
Yeah.
Reactor. You've ruined everything. I can't hear the whispers anymore. Turn around. Now you've taken.
Dark matter is just nibbler poop,
I
right?
will never see the Reaper's arrival. All you had to do
Shoot her.
Do you want me to shoot her?
She's indoctrinated.
Normally I'd pull chat, but let's just do it. Andrew's got a headache. The wife wins.
Hooray!
Fatality. Wifality. Ouch.
Bird bear.
Warning.
Drop the mic.
Warning. Collision.
Yeah, see, they all want you to shoot her too.
I think they would have voted for shoot. They voted for almost every Renegade interrupt. It's almost silly to put it to a vote.
Chat knows what.
I guess I'll put them to a vote if it's a really interesting decision that, you know, there's different outcomes. It's the same outcome, just one gives you Renegade points, the other one doesn't.
Joker, this is Shepard. I need a pickup now.
Communication system damaged.
Damn it!
Evacuation protocols in effect. All personnel report to escape shuttles.
Where can I find an escape shuttle?
Right, Claudia.
To the external access. Proceed to the communications tower. The remaining escape shuttles will be located on the tower's landing pad.
I have to get to that comm tower and take a shuttle. It's my only chance.
Oh, that's awesome, Chaos. I've got a friend from Columbus who worked at the LHC a couple times. He went out there. And Regina, she's been at the LHC quite a bit. She worked on Atlas, one of the big experiments there.
Yeah, apparently another big experiment is CMS, but unfortunately fortunately, Atlas control room is right near where all the tourists will come through, with lots of glass windows.
So they get to be the zoo animals.
Exactly. Like, oh look, there's a particle physicist who worked
In their
there.
natural habitat.
Maybe we keep them with a steady supply of espresso. But anyway, so right. Experimentalists want to be right, and theorists, I don't know if they care so much about being right. Now,
They want to have interesting ideas.
And so we were talking about like the theorists that we really respect are the ones that feel bad when they're wrong.
Well, I don't know if they need to feel bad when they're wrong, right? I guess
Let me yeah, I guess it. Okay.
they're humble.
Theorists who take the data and like to play experimentalist and then start saying the experimentalists are stupid and don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones we don't really like.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to be right. They're just, well. Like, okay, so there's a certain dark matter theorist who shall not be named who peddling a 8 GeV dark matter protocol 4 years ago. Now it's 40 GeV. You know why? Because 8 GeV got ruled out. Now it's still, but everyone thinks of it as the same. It's
Yeah.
on the same
Even though he changed what it was.
the mass keeps moving up and up and up as we keep.
One sec. Mega Man, I'll post a link to you after this shooting sequence next time we have a cutscene. There's this theorist who keeps changing things around. Go ahead.
Okay, but anyway, so the reason I brought this up is my mentor told me a very interesting story, which I assume to be correct, although perhaps remembered and even biased in his own class. When he was at Caltech,
Through my shields!
he's been a particle physicist for many, many, many years. He was talking about this time when he was at Caltech, and Richard Feynman had some kind of a parton theory that predicted what the interaction probability would be for protons and hadrons. So just say
That's not helpful.
I will just say protons. But
And if
just
you guys don't know who
by
Richard Feynman
proton,
is, you should
I
look him
mean
up.
hadron.
Okay.
For any physicist, because the technical thing to say would be hadron. A proton is a kind of hadron, but not all protons. He had a prediction that the interaction probability of protons would just be flat as a function of energy at high energies. So that as you increase the energy of the colliding protons, their interaction probability would stay the same as when you smash them together at lower energies.
I know some of those words. Yep. I'm following you enough.
He had a prediction that was flat, and then an experiment measured it, and it went up. So his
Prediction was wrong. Yep.
And Elliot said that he came into his office, was really torn up about it.
He was torn up about being wrong?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think at least the way it was told to me was that he ended up concluding that the experiment was wrong.
He was torn up, but he was still not willing to accept that he was the one that was wrong? It's frustrating.
Okay. But I think it's interesting that if you think about theorists are usually I don't know, it's a cultural difference.
Yeah. They're in the business of being wrong.
Diversity training.
To think like a theorist.
Special snowflakes.
Yeah, sorry, Vihan. The TLDR of the story is that Andrea is an experimentalist, so she works on the actual experiment. She does hardware and software stuff, coding, testing theories to see if they're right. There's a second class of scientists called a theorist who, as you might expect, comes up with theories. They predict the behavior of things. They say, hey, if this is true, then this must also be true. They come up with things that are testable.
And there was a very famous theorist named Richard Feynman.
Yeah.
And he's written wonderful books. He did a great job being a public figure, a scientist as a public figure. But a story I heard from one of his colleagues at Caltech was that when an experiment disproved one of his predictions. He was very torn up about it, and he sort of was like, well, the experiment must be wrong. And that was not the case. Usually the experimentalists are right.
Well,
usually, but I mean, there are experimentalists who make mistakes.
It's the job of the theorist to come up with an idea that is productive even if it's wrong, right?
Oh, Cloud Reavers, yeah. If you're wrong as an experimentalist, yeah, you waste a lot of people's time.
But a theorist, if you can be wrong, I'm like, oh, okay, well now we've tested that theory, we know that's not true, that's teaching us something else that's new and useful. I gotta find something here.
It's good to hear these stories. He was a person too. Struggles.
I gotta
let's
interact
see.
with this thing before I game over. Hold on. Oh, you can talk.
Oh, Chaos wanted to know how I feel about the entertainment guys. I don't know Brian Cox, and I don't know Michio Kaku. I've seen Brian Green talk. I think he's pretty good. I very much like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Joker, do you read me?
Neil deGrasse is a little arrogant, but
Hawking, I don't know if I've seen as many productive things come out of Hawking as the other entertainers, because you can
become an annoyance.
be glorified, great, but like that's not really helping society. And it's kind of important also as a scientist, you don't want to make it out like being wrong is a bad thing. Like, right, we're explorers, we're hypothesis testers. When you prove a hypothesis wrong, that is a progression of science, and that should be celebrated. So when I see things like Einstein was wrong and everyone getting up in arms,
so that's the whole point of science, is they're just supposed to be wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're even the best ideas we have right now are not perfect and probably never will be. We'll keep overturning them.
Newton was wrong about many
We're
things.
making generalizations that get steadily more accurate.
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of the entertainers that kind of progress this idea of scientists being these always correct deities.
I'm gonna play this cutscene. Hey, Game Boy, how you doing?
Fight against inevitability. Dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you. A star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to serve us.
Hi, Game Boy. How you doing?
Watching a cutscene.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we can't win this. But we'll fight you regardless. Just like we did Sovereign. Just like I'm doing now. However insignificant we might be, we will fight, we will sacrifice, and we will find a way. That's what humans do.
Know this as you die in vain. Your time will come. Your species will
No problem.
fall. Prepare yourselves for the arrival.
Hey, that's the name of the DLC.
Commander Shepard, Normandy inbound for pickup.
That wasn't Seth
Roger
Green.
that.
Where's Seth Green?
No, they weren't going to pay Seth Green to say Normandy inbound for pickup.
Oh yeah, he's too important to say that kind of shit himself. He's flying it right now. He's got time for that.
Yeah, I hear that, Claudia.
Hey, D-Rock.
Get us out of here, Joker.
Yeah, there's right, and then I guess at least for me, whenever I try to do public things, progressing or talking about science, I always purposefully put in a little nugget that is supposed to go right over everyone's heads. And I do this on purpose just to remind them that what I am showing them is just the tip of the iceberg, and that they don't get to walk away and say one sentence about dark matter and change the rest of it. Because I think there's sort of this culture of liking science and wanting to be a science advocate, but that doesn't necessarily make you a scientist. Okay, the comic that I think was Cyanide and Happiness is this guy who's like talking about some science fact that he just rattles out, and he's like, man, I fucking love science. And the dude's like, no. The person who loves science, like, embraces it. They love all of its flaws. They work on it all of the time. It beats them down, but they get back up because they want to know the answer. It's like, you don't love science, you just like checking out its ass on the way by. Which, science has an amazing ass. It should be respected and checked out. But that's not the same as being married to science. And I think that sometimes people don't
Confuse those
confuse
things.
the two,
Yeah.
Huh. Looks
So
like
we
you've returned.
we blew up a system. We killed like 300,000 Batarians. They're all dead now, to stop the Reapers from coming in sooner.
Sounds like you went through hell down there. How are you feeling?
Fine. No more visions, if that's what you mean. I wasn't
Yeah, this is our first time
expecting
actually
to see
seeing Admiral Hackett.
You went out there as a favor to me. I decided to debrief you in person. That was before the mass relay exploded and destroyed an entire Batarian system. What the hell happened out there, Commander?
It's cool that they got Admiral Hackett. He's voiced by Lance Henriksen, who's he's a A-list actor. Oh, maybe B-list. He's a big deal though. He played Bishop, the android in Aliens.
Have you received any intel about what happened?
All I know is I sent
You can check which one you're voting for, Game Boy.
And now an entire system is destroyed.
Click on the spreadsheet to see the options.
Between those two events.
I'm not sure. We'll talk about it in Mass Effect 3.
I confirmed Dr. Kenson's proof. The Reapers were coming, and destroying that relay was the only way to stop them. Kenson sedated me for almost 2 days. I started the engines with little more than an hour left. I tried to warn the Batarian colony, but time ran out.
The Batarians report no survivors from Aratoht. At least you tried. And you believe the Reaper invasion really was a threat?
No doubt about it. We literally had minutes to spare.
I'm sure all the details are in your report. I won't lie to you, Shepard. The Batarians will want blood, and there's just enough evidence for a witch hunt. And we don't want war with the Batarians. Not with the Reapers at the galaxy's edge.
What are you saying?
You did what you did for the best of reasons, but there were more than 300,000 Batarians in that system. All dead.
They died to save trillions of lives. If I could have saved them, you bet your ass I would have.
You're preaching to the choir, Commander. If it were up to me, I'd give you a damn medal. Unfortunately, not everyone will see it that way.
So what do you suggest?
Evidence against you is shoddy at best. But at some point, you'll have to go to Earth and face the music. I can't stop it, but I can and will make them fight for it.
I didn't expect to see you aboard a Cerberus vessel.
I don't like Cerberus or the way they do things. But they brought you back to life, and they're actually doing something about the state of the galaxy. Besides, I'm not so sure this is a Cerberus ship anymore. Right?
That's right. I think he only says that if you've beaten the suicide mission before you do the DLC and you tell the elusive man to, shove it.
Is the Alliance concerned about the Batarians' response to this incident?
Very. The Batarians have been looking for an excuse to wage war on us since we showed up in the galaxy. If the Reapers invade, we need the galaxy to work together. If we're at war with the Batarians, the other races will be hesitant to give aid to either side.
Is the Alliance prepared for a Reaper invasion?
That's hard to say. It took multiple fleets and the Destiny Ascension to bring Sovereign down, and that was just one Reaper. If the Reapers come in force, we're just not ready.
I'll gladly stand trial once this mission is done.
Glad to see working with Cerberus hasn't stripped away your sense of honor. Do whatever you have to do out here. But when Earth calls, you make sure you're there with your dress blues on, ready to take the hit. In the meantime, you keep this. I don't need to see a report to know you did the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You've done a hell of a thing, Commander.
Hack it out, he says under his breath on the way out. Thanks, Hackett. Cool scene. It's cool to have someone who actually supports you in the Alliance. Game Boy, you don't have enough SEER points for it. You need 60 per vote. You can type exclamation point SP to see how many SEER points you currently have. Cool, so I'm going to save the game and switch over to Mass Effect 3. Give me a sec to get out of here and do that. I'm going to pass the headset to Andrea because she wanted to talk to Chaos a little bit about Brian Green. Well, hold up. Well, oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Ha! Now I'm in control. Yeah, Chaos mentioned that he really liked Brian Greene's books. The only one that I read partially was Elegant Universe, but I really liked that one because it was that's a hard book. That's a really detailed book, very dense. I like that is out there. Like I found that maybe do they have a version with like plots or not plots, but like more figures? Because like Hawking's books are a bit easier.
Hi Dio. I don't want to see a Mass Effect movie. I'll answer that when I get back.
Oh yeah. What's my opinion on Soylent Green? I guess I've never tried it. Is that the name of the book? Probably. I haven't read it. I know the general story. Just so I guess I don't have an opinion, a well-informed opinion. Everyone accepts agreements without reading it. Didn't someone do a study that we would spend of order 2 months of of a year, like reading all of the text in the agreements that we all just agree to? Uses Homer Simpson to explain theoretical physics. Hey, Game Boy. My theory on aliens, I steal from some of my betters, I guess. The idea that the universe is so big that they probably are out there or have been out there. I think I agree with that. The finite speed of light makes it challenging for us to ever communicate with them. Like the closest star is 4 light years roughly away. So that would be 8 years round trip for communication. But then I think it was Tyson who said that, you know, of the two options, either we're alone or there are also aliens, both of which have really profound implications. So it would be nice if we could figure that out. Now, you'll never be able to prove a negative, right? So that would just be finding a detection of a signal. But I've heard the SETI people speak, and I find them very interesting because I think SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Like the lady that Jodie Foster's character on Contact was based off of. I'm blanking on her name. She's really great. And it was interesting that she thinks on these like 1,000 or 10,000 year timescales. And so they'll always say like we're a really young civilization. We've only just gotten the technology where we could possibly detect some kind of an alien signal. So you might say, oh, we haven't found anything yet, so maybe we should just give up. But we've only just started. And we might not, our kids might not, our kids' kids might not. But that's kind of the timescale you need to be thinking on if you're talking about getting a signal from space. What was my favorite game? Well, I mean, the game I play the most is Free Cell. The game that I like to play that's a video game is Spyro. I really, really liked BioShock Infinite. Yeah, both are equally terrifying. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Kami. Harvey Shepard. Okay, I'll hand it back over now. We've been philosophizing on aliens. Next time you guys should ask me what my theory on time travel is. Because apparently I was talking to some high school kids and Einstein's special relativity suddenly became Andrea's personal theory on time travel. Yeah, every once in a while I play Dragon Quest or Dragon Age Inquisition, but it's only on days where I'm free and can commit. Yeah, and unfortunately we can't schedule that, so he's the streamer and I'm not. But there are archived on YouTube. You can look in the Dragon Age Inquisition. And then I think I started playing Chrono Trigger on the 20th anniversary day a couple Saturdays ago, so you can check that out too. Yeah, exactly, Mega Man. I always tell people, like, my theory on time travel is that we are, like, oh, people go, oh, can you travel through time? I'm like, yes, we're doing it right now at a rate of 1 second per second. The question you're actually asking is, can we change that rate relative to another observer? And I say that, one, to be a dick, because it's funny, and it usually gets laughs. Two, just to point out that asking the right question is important, almost as important as figuring out the right answer.
They used a different
Okay, well, maybe... No, wait. I can't do it this weekend. I can't do it next weekend because I'm filming another episode for a public access show thing. Maybe the weekend after that. I guess maybe on a Sunday.
Yeah. I'll work with
Yeah.
you. I'll put it on the schedule if I know it's going to happen. Just keep an eye out for your notifications. It'll say Super Spouse Playthrough if Andrea is going to be there too.
That's my opinion on teleportation. We need a wormhole. We haven't found wormholes yet. So, theoretically possible. I guess then you could also imagine teleportation where you break everything down and then put it back together, kind of like the TV kid in or the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So that's going to be limited by the speed of light then. Actually, everything should be limited by the speed of light. Oh, Mega Man X42! I forget what exactly the question was, but wasn't it something like what happens when you multiply 6 by 8?
Times 9.
6 times 9? Alright.
43.
Yeah, well, neither is 6 times 8. Yeah. And also, you can't actually get that question with the letters in a Scrabble, a typical Scrabble bag. Sorry, spoilers for Hitchhiker's Guide series.
That's the question.
Yeah, that was Restaurant at the End of the Universe, I think. Yeah, Rex.
You guys can vote for what class we're going to play. We played Vanguard in Mass Effect 1, played Soldier in Mass Effect 2. There's no story reason to change classes in Mass Effect 3, but they give you the option, so I'd be happy to try anything.
What's the one that I did?
You were Adept.
Okay, I vote for Adept.
100
Aw.
for engineer, holy shit. You gave me-
I think Marstead rocks too.
Oh, you're so kind.
Very proud of it.
Like TP.
Yeah, that kid.
So does anyone want to outvote outvote Burner?
Man.
Sounds like we're going to be an engineer.
Oh, that's...
It's cool.
I
I've never
haven't
played
done that
engineer
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'll give you this back. Actually, Mass Effect is a good game talking about such things.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Teleportation has the fundamental problem of what happens when you remove the person from the original space. They die, necessarily, right? You destroy them and recreate them in the other place. So big philosophical questions of, like, is there continuity of consciousness? And people will be like, oh, do you have continuity of consciousness when you go to sleep? Are you waking up as the same person as the old you die? Is your continuity of consciousness, or, yeah, when you lose consciousness. Alright, so Burner's in a max at 500. Chaos, do you have a counter bid so you guys aren't just in a one-up bidding war? Let me know who will go highest between the two of you. And I will pick. Should see if I can find a way, let the Deepbot guy know to add a way to, require a certain number of votes when there's a bidding war. To which for your blood. Engineer it is. 300. Let's take...
What that mean?
What?
You should have ever had to... Burner's a genius!
Yeah, I could do warp ammo again. We can always respec it and take it later. Sentinel is pretty cool. They changed, so interesting story here. They changed the Shepard's face engine in Mass Effect 3, right? And on launch night there was uproar. People were furious. Absolutely justified uproar because they didn't enable the ability to transfer your face from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3. And EA was like, I don't understand why people are upset about this. Like we added this new feature. Wouldn't people just want to make a brand new Shepard using all the new features? And everyone was like, no, the whole point of Mass Effect is that it's my Shepard and it should be the same Shepard in every game. So somebody found a way on launch day to take your Mass Effect 2 save off of your Xbox, upload it onto your computer, look at find the face code on some random text file, and it reverse engineered the slider options you had to pick in order to manually recreate your Shepard from scratch, and it fixed it. I think since then, obviously they did a patch that made it so it worked, but the fact that that wasn't available on day one just gives you an idea of how much EA misunderstood the fan base for this game. Like the appeal of Mass Effect is that you're playing the same character through all 3 games, and to have completely missed that mark is pretty telling. All right, let's continue. Now, we'll only ever listen to the original soundtrack video game music on this channel. I like video game music, and I'd like to respect it, so I won't do any request song features.
How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact with 2 of our deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
How long do we have?
Not long. I sent word. The fleet's immobilizing.
God help us all.
Fate of the galaxy depends on her. So, music in this game is a mix of Jack Wall's composed soundtrack from Mass Effect 1 and 2. They also got Clint Mansell, who's the main composer for the Darren Aronofsky movies, like The Fountain, Requiem for a Dream, Pi, and so on. Clint Mansell only did one song for this game, and it's the piano song with the blaring Inception horns. It's a really cool song, but he's credited as the composer on the game, even though it's mostly Jack Wall and Sam Hulick. The reason they got Clint Mansell is because Jack Wall said, "Hey, I blew my load on Mass Effect 2. I am completely creatively spent. I can't do anything else Mass Effect and give you quality content." So rather than just replace all of his work, they reused a lot of the tracks from Mass Effect 1 and 2, which I think was a good decision. Here we're on Earth for the first time in the Mass Effect series. It was a pretty big deal, Vion, because you wanted it to be your Shepard, exactly the same. Freddie Prinze Jr.
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
Not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you.
Sounds important. What's going on?
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you. Now.
Anderson?
Admiral?
You look good, Shepard. Maybe a little soft around
All right,
the edges.
couple quick things. People were really worried about James when they announced him. Like, oh god, this is EA trying to put a thickhead Gears of War Space Marine into Mass Effect. But at the end of the day, Freddie Prinze Jr. did an awesome job. He's a really cool character. BioWare treated him really well. You'll notice that Captain Anderson is now Admiral Anderson. And a long time ago in Mass Effect 2 and the end of Mass Effect 1, Kami used his sphere points to vote for pushing Udina as the counselor and not Anderson, and he said this will make sense in Mass Effect 3, and here's why. If you choose to have Anderson be the counselor in Mass Effect 2, it seems really weird that he quit that job to rejoin the Alliance military in 3, and they force that on you even if you make that decision. So the story makes a lot more logical sense if you chose for him to not be the counselor, for him to rejoin the military later. Anyway.
Holding up since being relieved from duty.
It's not so bad once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets. I'm guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big's headed our way.
The Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
More expressive faces in this one.
You know we're not ready if it is them, not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of them have seen what you've seen. You faced down with it. Hell, you spoke to one, then blew the damn thing up. You've seen how they harvest us, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anyone.
That way they grounded me, took away my ship?
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
I know that, Shepard. And so does the committee. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
That and your good word.
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
They're expecting you to, Admiral.
Good luck in there, Shepard.
Anderson? Shepard.
Caden.
How'd it go in there, Major?
Okay, I think. Hard to know. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Major?
You hadn't heard?
No, I'm a bit out of the loop these days.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to keep you out of the loop.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Yeah, I suppose I did. Still, it's good to see you.
Admiral.
Come on.
You know the commander?
I used to.
Admiral Anderson. Shepard.
What's the situation?
We were hoping you would tell us.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Soul Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop them? This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced than we are, more powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
If we're gonna have any chance at surviving this, we have to stand together.
That's it? That's our plan?
Admiral, we've lost contact with Luna Base.
The moon? It couldn't be that close already.
How they get past our defenses?
Sir, UK headquarters has a visual.
Why haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
The only thing we can. We fight or we die.
We should get to the Normandy. Shepard! Come on, get up. Here, take this. We've got to get moving. This is Admiral Anderson. Report in, anyone. Major Alanko, is that you? What's your status? I can't raise the Normandy. You'll have to contact me. We'll meet you at the landing zone. Anderson out.
We'll say the controls in this game are extremely clean. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things.
Come on, Shepard.
Alright, we gotta give her all her points since we changed her class, so let's think about this. I think we want to give her Tech Mastery, because that gives her Charisma. Reputation bonus is the one we want for sure. Not what I meant to do anyway. Force and damage of squad mate powers. Weight capacity. I like the idea of her boosting the squad. There's enough stuff that's solo. Like, what's the last thing? Increasing their shields and their damage, though, because I think you... Well, I guess you can choose at both levels, so... I'll go with this one since I can control that one, you know? I'm going to be using a lot of these two powers, so... Alright, let's do combat drone all the way up. Damage by 40, shields by 40. Let's make it more resilient. Drone short range attack to deal damage across radius, stuns. Now let's make the damage and shields better. I want it to last a long time. Chain lightning sounds good. Sentry turret. I want to do fitness actually. Let me look at some of these. I'm going to do melee though. Might do this one last, because that's just all defensive stuff. You give her a point and everything else so that she's ready, but I think I just want to focus on a few abilities. I think this game still has the, like, all of your skills share a global cooldown, so, like, there's a real opportunity cost in focusing on more than one skill. Yeah, it's nice that you can do multiple things. Armor piercing versus cryo. Let's go with armor piercing. And we gotta save up some to get the last one. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Save real quick. We ended at level 30 because that's the level we were at when we beat Mass Effect 2. It actually carries over your character, and if you import the same class, all your powers carry over, and it just goes up to level 60. I don't think I need to do anything else. I just have a pistol right now. I had never played soldier before. The only two classes I never played before were soldier and engineer, so I'm taking care of that now. Cool.
Look out! How do you stop something so powerful?
It's a good question. So I got all these codex entries that I'll do a special session on a weekend sometime, and we'll just go through all of them. Because they carry over from all of the games. I want to say it's in the journal, right? Yeah. So all the codex entries from Mass Effect 1 until now are available right away. I'll wait to do it to the end. I won't check any of them so they all show as new. I like that it gives you the floating name over their head.
Come on! We'll have to go this way.
Space cuttlefish.
Looks clear, let's go. Major, you read me. I'm patching in Shepard.
We're almost to the Normandy. I've got Lieutenant Vega with me. We're taking heavy fire.
We're about 5 minutes. Husk!
Engie's your favorite.
Take him out!
I think I like, yeah, I like how they have little segmented health now. Gives you a better sense, and there's like there's a hit marker, of course.
Take him out! Shoot him! You haven't forgot how to shoot, have you? I'm out of ammo. Come on, we gotta move.
Let's go. You also have segmented health.
Have to take these things out the old-fashioned way.
I guess you can go melee them if you want to. I won't. Your segmented health. Okay, see you, Vihan. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck falling asleep. Basically, I think they keep spawning husks there until you run out of ammo. I think because he wants you to run out. Cool. Oh yeah, heavy melee. I forgot about that. It's like an instant kill on most enemies.
Through this way. Hey.
Little kid in the vents.
It's okay.
Everyone's dying.
Okay, can I like shoot the kid?
Come here. I need to get you someplace safe. Take my hand.
You can't help me.
Shepard! In here.
And schedule update, we're going to be playing Mass Effect 3 for another 20 minutes, and then it's sub-block time. Notice Cappy's not around yet, so Chaos, if you're here, I can go ahead and do Legend of the Legaia first, and then if Cappy joins in the second half, I can play this game.
Ah, this is a goddamn mess. Every minute these machines
Right, Sean.
here, thousands of innocent people die. I won't be responsible.
It's hard enough fighting a war, but it's worse knowing no matter how hard you try, you can't save them all.
Exactly.
This game does a pretty good job of giving you the options early enough that you can have like a seamless scene.
I thought we'd have more time.
We knew they were coming.
And they still just cut through our defenses.
No, I've just played Legend of the Legaia 1.
We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council.
The Citadel. The fight's here.
It'll be everywhere soon enough. You said it yourself. The Reapers will destroy everything if we don't stop them. The Council has to help us.
You sure about that?
No, but you're a Council Spectre. That has to count for something. Gotcha!
Nice.
Thanks. I owe you one.
More than one.
I like the relationship
Reload,
between
let's keep moving.
Shepard and Anderson. Jump.
Come on, it hasn't been that long since you've handled a weapon. Oh. Major Alenko, we're inside of the spaceport. ETA
Shoot
3
it.
minutes.
That'll do it.
Major, Caden! Damn it, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I imagine so. No, the guy game I played is the guy I won. And it was so long ago I don't remember anything from it. I remember the basic plot and kind of how the fighting system worked. Whoa! Pretty cool stuff.
Normandy, we're going to reroute. Do you copy? Normandy, come in. Friendlies.
You two all right?
Get down, they'll see you.
Hooray! So remember how husks are like made from humans? We have monsters from all the other races now. Cannibals are Batarian husks. If I were to open up that codex, is what it would tell you. That's why their faces look like that. I think they're merged from a few Batarians. I thought that was a super clever idea. They've already been around taking some other systems. You indoctrinate some of them, turn the rest into husks.
What happened here?
Our gunship was shot down. We barely made it.
You have a radio? We're trying to contact our ship.
No. There's one in the gunship, but it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son. We'll get you out of here. Come on. Let's get to that
do it.
gunship.
I can confirm that. 1 second. I don't think I'm making that up.
The Reaper called Cannibals are frontline Reaper units created from corrupted Batarians.
Corrupted Batarians. They look like Batarians in their faces too.
Propensity to devour the bodies of fallen comrades. This triggers a biochemical process.
So they can, when you kill one, they can eat, the other ones can eat the one you just killed to heal themselves. Very neat. I like that the new like indicator to tell you where to go doesn't make a loud pinging sound and is less intrusive on the map. You want to get all the med kits in this game because they give you XP. Oh, sentry turret. It looks like you should just spawn that all the time because it has almost no cooldown. My turret's still up. There's not really a lot of way to see it, whether it's up or not. Yeah, they have the same guy doing the voice for the codex in all the games.
Normandy, this is Anderson. Do you read?
Admiral, what's your location?
By a downed gunship in the harbor. I'm activating.
I believe this is in London where they are.
Send support.
Future London.
We've got wounded down here.
Not particularly far in the future. I really enjoy that about the Mass Effect series.
Damn it! I lost the signal.
Let's hope that beacon does its job.
And fast. We've got company.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. This is a new Sam Hulick song, I think. He also worked on Mass Effect 1 and 2 with Jack Wall.
Hope they get there soon.
You and me both!
I should put this on a shortcut. Yeah, I see the love for engineer. It's a pretty cool class so far. Just the reason I like engineers so much now is that you can like use your cooldowns to put things on the field, and then your next cooldown is still worth using, you know? Whereas like Adrenaline Rush, that was the only cooldown that was really worth ever having up, but it was so powerful. Oh, they have a little ring around them that tells you their health. That's cool. Let me switch these two here. Hold position. Almost out of ammo. Get him. All right. No, I miss it too. It was a really cool system. It was a novel idea from a science perspective that like, hey, with Mass Effect, we just have to like shave off a tiny little sliver of metal in our gun, and there's effectively unlimited ammo, but the limited factor is heat. I thought that was awesome. EA said no, we want it to be more like a typical shooter, it needs to have ammo. And I'm okay with that. I think the ammo system is neat. The way they decided to describe it in universe, they could have just glossed over it, but they decided to explain it. My only problem is that the gun should still function as it did in Mass Effect 1 if you don't have thermal clips. It should still have infinite ammo, just overheat.
I'm not going. You saw those men back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
We're in this fight together, Anderson.
It's a fight we can't win. Not without help. We need every species, and all their ships, to even have a chance at defeating the Reapers. Talk to the Council. Convince them to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go! That's an order.
I don't take orders from
We
you
shut it
anymore,
down,
remember?
Buckin.
Consider yourself reinstated. Commander,
Overlord.
you know what you have to do.
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck.
You too, Shepard.
Yeah, we shut it down. This is the Clint Mansell song that's playing now. It looks like a Keeper Reaper. The Overlord and Shadowbroker are really well done. So many feels, Sean. Really cool opening to the game. Cool song too. I think they used it well. The Inception blob to me, the Reapers.
What the hell's going on? Where's Anderson? Where are we going? Hey!
We're leaving.
Leaving? What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel, get help for the fight.
Bullshit, he wouldn't order us to leave.
We don't have a choice. Without help, this war's already over.
Forget it. Drop me off someplace.
Enough! Don't you think I'd rather stay and fight? We're going to the Citadel. You want out? You can catch a ride back from there.
Commander!
Joker, that you?
I'm just gonna hit the interrupts this time. Last time, there was never a time where people said don't do the interrupt. So I'm just gonna hit them every time, unless if I know in advance that the interrupt is like a hidden choice, like there'll be a wildly different outcome one way or the other.
Got an emergency transmission from Admiral Hackett.
Which is usually like I think we could probably safely hit every Paragon interrupt. I guess there's a couple Renegade interrupts we have to be careful about, but I'll pull it if it makes sense.
Patch it through.
Shepard, sustained heavy losses. Force was overwhelming. There's no way we can defeat them conventionally.
Anderson's already ordered me to the Citadel to talk to the Council.
First, I need you to lance outposts on Mars. We lose control of the system.
Yes, sir.
I've been researching the Frothian archives with Dr. Tassoni. We found a way to stop the Reapers. The only way to stop them. Contact soon. Hack it out.
Joker, set a course for the Mars archives.
Mars? Roger that.
This is local.
Why Mars? What does he think we'll find there?
I don't know, yet. But if it helps us win this war... Grab your gear.
It's a cool FTL travel. You can see the red and blue on both sides. Hack it out, right? Hack it out. Probably going to save at the next opportunity and switch over to Subblock. The games for this evening are Xenosaga and Legend of Legaia. Xenosaga is Cappy Man's game. It's a subscriber. Legends of Legaia is Chaos. Chaos is here and Cappy's not, so I think I'll do Legend of Legaia first.
Any sign of Reaper activity?
Negative.
Edie?
The base appears to be online. It's possible the inhabitants were evacuated.
No, soon enough. Be ready, Joker. Just in case.
Roger that. Normandy out.
We're almost there.
We're on Mars. Or Mars is where they found the original Prothean data cache that uplifted humanity out of the solar system.
Still no contact from the base, but we've got a massive storm headed our way.
How long till it hits?
Half hour tops. After that, we're gonna have difficulty keeping up comms with the Normandy.
Understood.
Okay, let me save. And give me a few minutes here to switch over.